Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon fans. Welcome to another PlaySkape Games video. And today, more Darkness Ablaze coming right at you. So, we just did a video on Vikavolt V, and next day, we're going to do you a deck profile for the new Centiskorch VMAX. So, if you saw last month, we did one with proxies and stuff, but we've done a bit more testing, and we've kind of got to a point where we think this is going to be a very strong version of and way to play the deck post-rotation. So, here it is. So it all focuses around the Centiskorch VMAX from Darkness Ablaze, possibly the second most hyped new Pokemon attacker from the set. G-Max Centinferno. It does 40 damage plus 40 more damage for every fire energy attached to Centiskorch. And then if you have a fire energy in your discard, you can attach it to itself, and it just keeps building up and up and up. And before you know it, you're doing 200, 240, 280, taking massive knockouts. So it's very, very chunky. It's very tanky. 320 is a decent amount of HP as well. And yeah, obviously it's a welder-based fire deck. Always been very powerful. It's very easy to learn as well. So if you want to build a deck from Darkness Ablaze, I highly recommend giving this Centiskorch deck a go. So we run 4 copies of the Volcanion from Unbroken Bonds. As usual, we always want to start with this card or switch into it and then use the flare starter. So if you're playing this deck, always remember to go second if you win the coin toss, because then you're going to be able to use flare starter and attach fire energies either to one of the Centiskorch Vs or 2 and 1 if you've got another one on the bench. We also use lovely cards like the Wondrous Labyrinth. So late game, if they run out of stadiums, you put the Wondrous Labyrinth down. Your Centiskorch VMAX only needs 2 energies to attack, and then you can just go crazy, increase their attack cost by 1. And also we play Heatran-GX as well, which is a really nice surprise factor. You've got energy spread all over the place. You just quick ball for Heatran, switch into it, and then you can do 250, 300, 350 with the Hot Burn GX. If you go second, you get the flare starter on turn 1. There's actually a decent chance you can, if you welder the following turn, that you can actually Hot Burn GX for 350 against Eternatus VMAX. So it's a very strong card. I'm loving Heatran and the Centiskorch VMAX deck so far. So we're going to have a game of it and show you how it runs. So let's jump straight to the ladder. Okay, so we're here on the ladder. Obviously, this is still the current Lost Thunder through to Ultra Prism format at the moment that we are playing against. So we might come against some older cards on the ladder still, but it still gives you a good chance, hopefully, for us to show you how the deck works, how it might run, and those kind of things. So annoyingly, I think he might be playing some kind of greens or Volcanion deck himself, because he's actually decided to make me go first. So he's probably going to want to use Flare Starter or maybe Green's Exploration on his turn. Dragapult. I don't know why he decided to make me go first, but who knows. So unfortunately this hand's not amazing. We can't really do too much on the first turn, because there's no point playing the Dedenne down because we can't find a draw supporter. We've got the Centiskorch out. I'm going to quick ball here for another Centiskorch, just to fill our bench up a little bit more. Always make sure to look through and check and see if anything important's prized. So it looks okay. We prized 2 Turbo Patch, which might be annoying later, but apart from that, it doesn't seem too bad. We also prized our Eldegoss to get our potentially to get our welders and bosses back later. So we'll just do this. We can evolve one of these next turn, and hopefully through the combination of these cards we can get a welder and start doing some damage. So remember guys, we are live most nights on Twitch when a new set comes out, so come join in the fun. Twitch.tv/PlaySkape Games. So yeah, Dragapult VMAX. We played against Dragapult yesterday when we were testing Vikavolt, so we got another Dragapult here to play against. So it gives us a little bit of insurance, but obviously we want to try and find a welder. It's really kind of potentially what I should have done is I should have switched into this one and then use Crobat potentially to draw an extra card. I'm going to Crobat here just to draw 2, see if we can find something useful before we force the Professor away. That's not amazing, but I like putting this Air Balloon down here. So we're going to have to be... I think we've kind of forced the Dedenne change here because I really want to find a welder, just so I can take some early pressure on him. I'm going to switch into the Crobat though, because the Crobat's got an Air Balloon now, which is quite nice. Gives me more options for retreating. And then we're just going to use the Dedenne-GX's DAA change ability Discard our hand and draw 6 brand new cards. Hopefully we can find a Welder. Oh, and we got the Giant Hearth as well. Let's go. So we're going to Giant Hearth away. We're going to always be attacking with this, I think. So we can probably afford at this stage to get rid of this Volcanion. So we'll get some energies out of the deck, and then we can Welder and start smacking. So that was perfect for us, guys. I'm very happy with that result there. So Welder to the Centiskorch. Get 3 energies down here and start smacking. Nice big 160 on our second turn, which is lovely. As you can see here, it's looking for the discard for some fire energies, but unfortunately we don't have any. If we had discarded another fire energy on that turn, we would have been able to have attached it to the Centiskorch. So likely he's going to evolve this to a VMAX, yep. If we had another fire energy on here, we would actually potentially be threatening a KO, because we could have used Eldegoss to get the Welder back, and then we could have welded and attached, and then we would have been doing 320 damage exactly, which would have been quite nice. Unfortunately, we did not have the fire energy in our discard. But fortunately for us, he is free-shotting my Centiskorch, and I should be two-shotting him, which is really nice. So I think I'm doing quite well at this stage. But yeah, Centiskorch VMAX, I think it's got decent matchups across the board. It's probably around 50-50 against Eternatus VMAX. We're talking about post-rotation here, not the format where you can still use like escape boards and Malamar and stuff. The post-rotation, after August, when we're on to team-up sets onwards. I think it's got decent matchups across the board. Obviously, there might be some water decks, like rogue water decks running around, but I think this is probably one of the best like all-around decks. Lots of people are going to be focusing on countering the... what is it? They're going to be focused on countering Eternatus VMAX. They'll be like fighting decks, and I think this has got good matchups against most of those fighting decks as well. So, I think because we're always going to be two-shotting this, I might just use Eldegoss to get Welder and just Welder onto this one, set this one up. Seems reasonable. So Eldegoss's Happy Match gets the supporter back from our discard pile. We'll ditch one of these reset stamps because we don't really need them at the moment. So we're going to Welder to here. That's alright for us. We still want to be easily two-shotting him. So 160. So this is still doing 160. I think, well, he might play Mallow and Lana, so I am tempted to... But if he plays Mallow and Lana, we won't be one-shotting him next turn regardless, so... so I'm just going to hedge my bets. I'm gonna keep the energy spread across the two, I think. And, yes, we'll just use Gmax Centinferno. It's 170. There's a very, very, very small chance he can use Galarian Zigzagoon and scoop up net 3 times to take care here. I'll be very sad if that happens. Well, there's one of them. So yeah, Centiskorch VMAX, obviously it's fire. There's very few water decks sort of in the meta, like in terms of like strong water decks. I don't think there was even any water Pokemon that really gained much in Darkness Ablaze. As far as I remember, like the most strongest recent water Pokemon was the Inteleon VMAX, but not many people are playing that at the moment. So this deck doesn't really have any natural hard counters, I don't think. If you come up against the Decidueye, you've got the Volcanion, which is great. You're just one-shotting the Decidueye that stops the GXs and V Pokemon from attacking it. So you should just auto-win that matchup. Oh! If you're going to Marnie me into any 4 cards, I would happily have taken 3 out of those 4. That's really good. Got very lucky there off the Marnie. So annoyingly, this is here. If he can get another Mr. Mime or a Scoop Up net. Oh no, he used the Galarian Zigzagoon to put 10 damage on it. So annoyingly, this is just going to die, which is a bit of sadness. You can also play the new Special Energy Heat Fire Energy to give your Centiskorches 20 extra HP as well if you want to, but I'm trying to just go for a bit more of a consistent build at the moment, I think. If I build this one up, there's a really good chance that we can just one-shot the next VMAX. Oh, if we get a switch, that will also make me very... Oh no, that just dies anyway, doesn't it? Yeah. But if we switch, then he can't use... but then you just knock that one out anyway. But then there's less chance of him being able to just use Galarian Zigzag. And this is actually not an obvious situation. How much is this doing? This is doing 80, 120, 160, 200, 240. So... I'm not going to put the next Dedenne down. I'm just going to take the KO here, I think. I'm just going to play it sort of semi-safe. So, I think he also used Marnie, so he might not even have the Galarian Zigzagoon in hand anymore. So the great thing is, guys, we've got We've got 5 fire energies here. We've got the Heatran-GX. So if we can find the Welder, we can just use Heatran-GX's Hot Burn GX to take a KO against this straight away. We also just need a boss's order to knock out either the Dedenne or the Crobat V. So, yeah, I think we're in a very good position here. If the Dedenne change, there's a good chance we're going to hit boss's orders. We should have 2 more in the deck. We can also use Turbo Patch and the Dedenne, and also potentially just go into the Heatrans. We got loads of outs here. I mean, very confident we got a decent chance of winning this turn. Well, there's the Heatran. So that's 50, 100, 150, 200, 250 with the Hot Burn GX attack. So if this is heads, we only then need to find a switch. Okay, that's heads. So then we only need to find switch. Switch. We got 2 switches. We need to check the deck, obviously. We're going to try and thin the deck out as much as we can. Make sure the 2 switches are in there. 2 switches are still in there. Turbo patches are in there. So there's a decent chance. We can find it. So, yep, so we grabbed the Dedenne-GX. There's no point using Pokemon Communication because we need the bench space. We'll attach this here because we can. There's still a chance we can just get Welder and knock this out anyway. Welder and Energy. So Dedenne-GX for game. Let's go. Or a boss's orders. We have loads of outs. Yeah, easy as that. Easy as that. We didn't hit the switch, but we can just use boss's orders to take a knockout on any of the 2 prize Pokemons, and we win the game. So that just shows you the power of Centiskorch VMAX, and if it starts ramping up, it's a very strong deck. So we're just gonna take a quick look at the list again. So once again, here is the deck list. As you can see, like, we pretty much used every single card in there. We didn't get a chance to show off the Wondrous Labyrinth, but you know, it was a good option if we had drawn into it late game to stop the Dragapult from being able to hit us back straight away. We also had the chance to potentially use Heatran if we'd got the switch instead of the boss's orders, and yes, everything. This list seems to be a very good starting place for a post-rotation build of Centiskorch VMAX, but I'd love to know your thoughts, guys, and please make sure you leave a comment below. Click the like button so the video, more lovely people can see the video. How do you want to build Centiskorch VMAX post-rotation? Do you think we need more tool cards? Should we put giant bombs in? Should we put crushing hammers in? I don't know. How do you think we should build the deck? Please remember to also smash that subscribe button, ding the bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. Lots more deck profiles to come soon, and hopefully Eternatus VMAX. And yes, I'll see you soon, Pokemon fans. Gotta catch them all. Thank you very much for watching the video. Remember, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll be giving away this beautiful Blastoise and Piplups GX Rainbow Rare card from Cosmic Eclipse. PSA 9 graded, very hard to find. We're getting very close now, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, support the channel, and one of you lovely people could be winning this amazing card. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon, Pokemon fans. Gotta catch them all.